everybody. I'm back with a new outfit. So there we go. New day, more stories to tell. So I kind of left you off with, the South Sea pearls and the Philippines. And so I come back from that trip and I'm really, I've been to 2 international pearl farms, made these new contacts, and it's really my jam. Like going back to that original story of like traveling and finding special treasures, and then to be able to incorporate that into the Pearl Girls of like, I'm traveling and I'm finding special treasures for our customers, and it's just really neat. So I start telling people about it. Like, hey, I've been traveling to these international pearl farms and I create these connections, and really from an environmental impact, it was especially cool because I get to see the conditions and, the local impact, on every single level. So I start telling people, start spreading the word, this is what I'm into. And women, my customers, and just friends started saying, I want to do what you do. I want to travel to international pearl farms and hand select my own pearls. So I went to my mom and I'm like, the feedback here is, hey, we want to come do exactly what you're doing. So I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to create a trip and put it out there and just kind of see what happens. So I created a trip to French Polynesia. So y'all know I've talked about Tahitian black pearls, and they're formed from the black-lipped oyster. I still think I've got my little shell sitting over here. So they're formed from the black-lipped oyster. And there's, a lot of, it's called a Tahitian black pearl, but really within French Polynesia, kind of the island of Tahiti doesn't really produce pearls. It's, there's a whole collection of islands, right? And there are various pearl farms around. And I reached out to one. It was a father-son farm. And I said, listen, I want to come and I want to bring some people with me. And they were just graciously like, come on, just come on. That sounds great. It was really so beautiful. So I, researched this atoll that they were on, and I found this really magical place run by a French man who, and a lot of French people go there, but not as many Americans, but he was like a former chef and cooks this fabulous food. And so it just like hit all the high spots, like a really remote location, these little cabins on the beach. And we're talking like, gorgeous, but remote. Solar panels, rain collection, that sort of thing. And then this just like fabulous family pearl farm. So I created this trip. I just like threw it out there. Hey, we'll fly into Tahiti. We'll spend a couple of nights there. We'll go over to this pearl farm. We'll stay at this really cool place. We'll go, you can hand select your own pearls. You can buy your pearls at my same price. Like, I'm not, you get to do what I do, and I'm buying for, the Pearl Girls collections, but, so women started signing up. It was the wildest thing. I even went, I'm still showing, selling wholesale at America's Mart in Atlanta. And like this woman comes up to buy for her store. And next thing I know, she is on the phone calling her husband. She's like, I've met these ladies, me and my mom, and I'm going to go to French Polynesia with them. Of course, he's like, you're crazy. And that sounds great. So, and I did a talk through the University of Georgia Alumni Association. I did a talk on pearls, and one of the women at the talk signed up for the trip. It was just fabulous. So we went, and I got this footage of all of us. We're all out in the water. And I said, give me a review, y'all. Tell me about how's the trip going? How's it going? And this one woman, she's such a hoot. She said, well, first we landed in the airport that appears to double as a fruit stand. So, the journey started there. And it was so true. And even the place we stayed had been a pearl farm previously, before they actually like turned it into this little like micro resort. And even the man who owned that place let us go dive for a shell with our own pearl inside. I mean, it was just like the whole trip was so magical. They were super excited about what they got. I got some amazing pearls and created this amazing relationship. So it just like everything was happening and just working.